It's an important Capital Valley League matchup tonight as the Christian Brothers Falcons visit Bella Vista. For BV, their quest for a league title and an undefeated regular season continues. Any slip-up would derail the undefeated part, but could also affect the league title quest. Vista del Lago is in hot pursuit, if you will, having lost just once in league play and staying right on the heels of the Broncos in the battle for the league title. They are going to be playing on Monday night, as a matter of fact. That is going to be up at Vista del Lago. We will talk more about that a little bit later on. But tonight, the focus is Christian Brothers. And for the Falcons, winners of 6 in a row, a playoff spot is on the line and still within reach. They may make the post, or they did make the postseason last year, finishing behind Bella Vista and Vista del Lago, but at 5-3 in the CVL. The Broncos came into play this week just a half game ahead of Wood Creek for third place in the league. Tonight's game also features 3 of the most prolific scorers in section history. Senior Quinn McLaughlin of CB scored her 200th career goal last Friday in the Falcons' 12-9 win over Whitney. For BV, junior Julia Thomas is 19 goals away from the 200 plateau, while senior Regan Silvers also has a shot to get that point, as she is 28 goals away from 200 for her career. She'd have to have an amazing 3 games in order for that to happen. Lots to watch for tonight, and add into that the fact that the last team to defeat Christian Brothers was Bella Vista, and that happened on March 11th. Christian Brothers has won their 6 games since. So a lot going on tonight, a lot to talk about, and a lot to show you. Bella Vista and Christian Brothers coming your way on BV Live Sports. Hello, everybody. George Tharlson and Aaron Thomas with you this evening. Aaron Keogh is not feeling well, and so he's a little bit under the weather, and that's what we'll say. But he's not able to be here with us tonight. So Aaron Thomas is stepping in for us once again tonight. This is a big one.
Absolutely, it's a big one. These are a couple of big-time rivals. They know each other really well. A lot of friends between the two teams, but they compete really hard. Coach Mack, he's a fantastic coach. He always has them ready to go. He always has a few tricks in his bag, so we're going to be excited to see what happens out here tonight.
And that is quite a lacrosse family. He and his wife, of course, run Ryquin Lacrosse. We've seen Ryan McLaughlin over the past few years on the boys' team, and as I affectionately call her, the Mighty Quinn on the girls' team.
Absolutely. In fact, it was just, I guess it was about last weekend when Sonoma State played Cal. My son Joe is playing for Cal.
Right.
Ryan was on Sonoma State. He was absolutely dominant, scored a bunch of goals for them. It's a family that plays lacrosse. They live and breathe lacrosse. And, of course, you've got Quinn, and she's an absolute load on the field. So looking forward to see what she brings today.
I think she had something like 5 goals in the game on Friday night against Whitney. And the final goal came with 1.5 minutes to go in the contest. They were only up 2 at the time. So, so they still were looking to score and separate themselves from the Whitney team they were playing. But there it came. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Goal number 200 for her career.
Oh, that's fantastic. No, when we played them last time, of course, they actually went. It was an interesting game. We got up early on them. Towards the end of the game, they actually got their 4th yellow card, had to go man down, and Quinn scored 5 goals in a row, almost bringing them back. It was an amazing performance by her. We were lucky that the horn sounded when it did, a couple more minutes, and we would have been in trouble. She was really on one.
Well, total for that game for Quinn McLaughlin is 8.
Yes.
She had 8 goals in that game for Christian
unstoppable.
Brothers, and yeah, that was quite a game. The final score was 15-10, and as we mentioned, Christian Brothers has not lost since. They are playing really well.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see. They started winning the draw. It really came down to they put her on the draw. They changed things up a little bit. She was able to win the draw, and she just came down and she beat our first defender and finished in that game. And it was an amazing performance by her. But I think we're going to be ready for her, and we're also going to see what else they're going to do because they always have a few tricks, like I mentioned. So
again, Ellis Turner's been the draw specialist for Bella Vista most of this season. Obviously, others have stepped into that role. she's going to have her hands full tonight, it sounds like.
Absolutely. No, Quinn was doing the self-draw. She was keeping it away from our center circle girls, able to win the draw, and she took it down and finished. It was a last-minute, kind of situation where, you see that sometimes where a team has a burst of energy towards the end of a game, and that's kind of what they did, even down a player. But it'll be interesting to see if they learned something from that. The other thing that they did interesting last time is they ran a face guard on both Julia and Regan. So it allowed it required those two players to kind of spread out, play more team ball, and the rest of the girls really picked it up. So interesting to see what they're going to do on defense this year, or this game. So it's going to be fun.
Well, and the word gets out that Regan and Julia are the top scorers for Bella Vista. So any team that does their homework is going to know that that's who you got to key on initially.
Well, yeah, and of course, Coach Matt coached Julia when Julia was just 9 years old back in 2017 up in Lake Tahoe, and he also coached Regan 3 or 4 years over at Reichwin, so he knows those players pretty well. He also coached Lauren and Casey also played at Reichwin, so He knows our team pretty well.
Yeah, and I can remember back to last year, the boys' team was on having one of their best seasons. Christian Brothers was down, but they came in here and they pulled off the upset. So does lightning strike twice with the girls tonight, or?
Oh boy, George, let's not bring that in. I was there watching that game, and that was a tough one to take. So no, I don't think so. I think we're going to be ready to play. Carlin's got them working hard. I'm hoping that we're going to see, just our players that have been scoring. We had, I believe that Zia had 3 goals last time. She was one of those that jumped in there. I think we had 7 different goal scorers last time as they kind of sealed off 2 of our leading scorers. So I think we're going to be okay, George. But I might be optimistic, but I think we're going to be all right.
Well, the thing is when they seal off the top players, that's where the others get their opportunity.
Absolutely.
In many ways, that next player up. So
right.
So they are getting the introductions. The stick checks will be happening in just a few moments as the teams, the introductions are finishing up. So let's take you down to the field as the referees are coming out onto the turf, and we're going to get this one underway here in just a few moments. So Bella Vista and Christian Brothers tonight, and again, Christian Brothers on a 6-game winning streak. Bella Vista is on a 13-game winning streak. So something we'll have to give tonight. And from the Bella Vista standpoint, obviously, you're hoping it's win number 14. And if you're a Christian Brothers fan watching us tonight, first of all, welcome. And obviously, you're hoping for the big upset tonight. So as we look down at the officials now, the final cheers are happening as we'll be getting this one underway here in a few minutes. You just heard Christian Brothers there, and we'll hear Bella Vista in a second here. There you go.
See what they're going to do on the draw here. So we're going to be interested to see if they looks like they will be putting 5 back on defense, which is what they did last time.
And as we get this one underway, the boys are also playing Christian Brothers tonight over in South Sacramento. We'll have updates for you on that one. So we look at the draw. And sure enough, it's the future and the present right here. Ellis Turner going up against Quinn McLaughlin. Story Wharton in goal for Bella Vista. That should be Lily Thielen in goal for Christian Brothers. And just as you said, Aaron, not only did McLaughlin win the draw, she got the draw control.
Yep, that's something we're going to have to watch. So they're bringing it back to X. They love to dodge from X. So they dodge from right X and then up top on the right here. So let's see. They're going to bring it around. Okay.
5 is Heidi Koenig. She's one of their top scorers. She's got an opportunity coming right in and scoring.
Nice play. Do you see how they cleared out both wing attackmen cleared out for her, and she went down the alley and scored. Nice play.
So Christian Brothers, I'm wondering, this might be the first time Bella Vista's trailed at home this year. And that comes less than 30 seconds into the game.
Yep, they love sweeping across the top on the right hand and finding that alley, so something we're going to have to look for. We did bring a slide, maybe a little bit late, but it was still a good play.
A draw win is critical for Bella Vista right here, and Ellis Turner and Julia Thomas really have a good connection on the draws, but Turner's going up against one of the best right here.
Absolutely.
And usually Turner's able to get that higher in the air. Silvers comes up with it. And usually she gets it a little further downfield to where Julia is. Broncos with the possession. That's Turner.
You can see both Julia and Regan both have a shadow, something that coach likes to do.
Here's Danny Janeway. Janeway double team
and
draws the 8-meter shot. So talk about Lily Thielen. She had 12 saves and 15 goals allowed against Bella Vista in the previous matchup. Janeway on in. Save Thielen. Lauren Wan picks it up.
Beautiful save.
Classic kick save. Turner. Now Janeway again, nice. She scores!
Beautiful assisted goal. That's exactly what we need to do to beat this team. We need to have it on the wing, take our time, have a nice cut, and play it in there. Give our offense a chance to win the ball and finish.
So both teams scoring on their opening possession. And the key was that they won the draw.
Absolutely. You can see both of these teams are very, very comfortable in this settle offense. They can run it, but they're very, very comfortable in a settle offense. So I expect we see a little lower scoring game this game.
Boys' game against Christian Brothers is just underway as well. So the Turner-Thomas connection works there.
There we go. Of course, Turner got it out a little farther that time, gave her center circle players a chance, which is good.
Martin. There's Audrey Janeway. Here's Ellis Turner. And the Janeways. Back to Juan from the X.
Okay, this is their X play.
Tried the underhand to Juan. The ball has come loose here. And
nice.
Julia picks it up. Or check that, Zia.
Zia, great ground ball by Zia right there.
So Broncos keeping the possession here. Here's Juan. Audrey Janeway. She's going to look to curl the crease and take a shot. Oh, my goodness. Right out in front of the mouth of the goal.
Yeah, tough angle on that one. It was a good shot, but just couldn't finish.
Stays with Bella Vista. 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. We are even. Silvers to bring it in. Right out in front. There's a shot and a save once again. Zia Martin's going to secure this one. And a whistle.
Looks like an inadvertent whistle.
Inadvertent whistle, okay.
Inadvertent whistle, yeah.
Vivi with the restart.
Nice screen by Turner.
Here's Audrey Janeway behind the net. Juan to the wing. Now Zia. Ellis with the
There we go.
red-rimmed goggles. And Regan Silvers draws an 8-meter shot.
And that's what you kind of need to do on that face guard. You need to set an off-ball pick. Regan got the off-ball pick, cut right to the ball, and was able to get the pass. And let's see if she can finish.
Regan approaches. Regan, she scores!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We need to get Regan Silvers lots of goals over the next 3 games.
You know, that's a beautiful play by Regan. She is so good on the 8. She runs it all the way in, which I absolutely love. She protects her stick, and she just places the ball perfectly, makes it look effortless.
So with about 7.5 to go in the opening quarter, Regan Silvers has scored career goal number 173. Too shy of 175 as the count to her final goal total continues, number 39 on the year. By the way, Quinn McLaughlin, not only is she at 200 for her career, she's too shy of 50 for the season.
Yeah, she fills it up, no doubt.
And McLaughlin with a clean snag right there.
Absolutely.
This is really only CB's second possession of the game. Whistle on the far side. Restart for Christian Brothers.
Always bring it to X. It's where they kind of set up.
And that's Abby Wigglesworth. Now Koenig scored the first goal. We'll get you her goal totals in a second. We missed on that.
Boy.
And that's Hope Dawson, who had has had 3 goals in the last 2 games and 10 on the season. She's going to draw an 8-meter shot.
Freshman. Very talented
One
freshman.
of the ones that we'll pick up where McLaughlin leads off. Story Horton with the save. Comes out. Story was not able to control that one, so now the digging begins. Broncos almost had that one. Loose ball still. Regan's diving in there.
Nice, Regan.
Stuck her nose into everybody else's business and came up with the ball.
Yep, beautiful.
Here's Juan. Juan has an opening. Juan now closed off on a double team. Here's Regan. Regan gets free. Regan's got a chance with a left-handed shot. Save Thielen. Audrey Janeway with the possession. Here's Zia. Now Thomas. Thomas on the move. Thomas is going to get a look here. Here's Julia right out in front. She tries the left-handed shot, and that one's a little too tall. Regan and Julia both getting a really good look there.
Yeah, and you saw that Regan set an off-ball pick for Julia. She was able to get the ball and shake her defender.
Looks like an 8-meter shot. Because everybody's gathering around the 8-meter line.
Oh, did she get hit in the face maybe?
So Julia's going to get an 8-meter shot here. And Julia's right, head up on the goalie, maybe just a little bit to the left of 12 o'clock.
Oh.
Julia, she'll take the shot. She scores! Julia Thomas, her first of the game, number 182 on her career. Julia Thomas, 18 shy of 200.
And George, I love what they're doing right there. Last 2 goals we got. Of course, Julia set a pick for Regan, an off-ball pick, got her open, and Regan returned the favor on that one. So a couple of great offensive plays. They're learning how to sort of figure out this defense that Coach Mack has. Very nice.
Watching the NFHS live stream of the boys game, if you're a boys fan and are wondering, not that we want you to leave this one because this is going to be a good one tonight, But the boys' game's on NFHS, so we just want to let you know that. And the boys have a 1-0 lead over Christian Brothers with 7.5 to go in the opening quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that for you and keep giving you updates as well. Turner. Oh, looks like they're. So in football, that's offside. Is that what would the call be in lacrosse?
Were they offsides or?
Well, he made the traditional football offside symbol.
Then it would have been, yeah. Someone must have crossed the restraining line. I didn't see it, but
because Turner won that. She picked it up, but then they blew the whistle and gave it to Christian Brothers.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Ball was loose, but McLaughlin picks it back up. And we call Julie and Regan by their first names. I think we can call Quinn by her first name as well.
Yeah.
It's those one-name players that just star.
Absolutely.
It has been so fun watching her over the last few years when Christian Brothers has come here to play BV. This is Calderon. Silvers with the defense. Back to the X.
That's where Quinn likes to be.
Quarter.
Inside roll.
Right out in front.
Inside roll.
And that's an easy one for Quinn McLaughlin.
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful play. That's a one she's been making a living on. We've seen that for 4 years now. Beautiful inside roll. Comes around X. Has the defender connect with her. Drop steps it and goes right around the goalie. Beautiful play.
Well, that's career goal number 201 for Quinn McLaughlin. And we know whether it's late this year or early next year, we're going to be talking about the bicentennial mark for Julia as well. Broncos still with the 1-goal lead. Want to make sure it's just right. And McLaughlin takes it away once again. You can hear the call for wait as the Falcons will set up. Two defenders on Quinn.
Yep, they got one in the box, so they're just trying to run down the time.
Quinn gets free, and she draws the 8-meter shot. Yep. This is deadly.
Oh, and they're even.
McLaughlin versus Wharton.
Oh!
Save, Story Wharton!
Nice. A nice rebound by Julia.
What a save by Wharton.
Beautiful.
And now Thomas back the other way for Bella Vista. Julia's looking for a pass as she goes wide. This is Audrey Janeway. Turner at the top. Danny Janeway. Looking.
Nice, good
Turner
patience.
right out in front. Turner! She scores! What a look. Janeway to Ellis Turner.
Absolutely. Janeway took her time. She drew the defender. She redodged, I think, twice or 3 times before she was able to find Turner wide open in the middle. That's what happens when you draw the defenders and you dump it off. Great play. Great two-man game.
4-2 Bella Vista. Update from the boys' game with about 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Broncos with a 2-0 lead over Christian Brothers. We will have the boys on Wednesday night. It'll be senior night. this 2 nights from now, as Bella Vista will be taking on St. Mary's.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That is a huge one
That's a
because
big
St.
one.
Mary's has second place in the Capital Valley Conference A by virtue of the win over Bella Vista earlier this year.
We need that one.
So that's a big one. The girls, by the way, don't play again until next Monday. And that'll be at Vista. That's a big one, too.
That's a big one, too. And then we got Wood Creek to end this regular season.
And that'll be senior night for the girls. That is 1 week from Wednesday. And that will be our next
Way to
girls
clear up.
broadcast.
There we go.
by the
That's
way.
what the double team. That's what we need. Stay there. Stay in it.
There's McLaughlin. Oh, Julia Thomas with some great defense. McLaughlin winds up on the ground. And I think she may have drawn an 8-meter shot at all of that.
I think so.
So from the left, McLaughlin with the attack and the sweeping shot. And the score.
Well, I think what we need to do is we got McKenna Matson taking the draws. I would love, which is good. I think you need to change it up. We're getting beat pretty good on the draws right now, George. It's like I said, they're keeping it within the circle, keeping it away from our center circle girls, and Quinn's just winning it.
At what point do you put Julia or Regan in the center?
You know, I like to mix it up, so I hope they do that soon because they bring some little bit extra strength in there that can kind of mess things up. Uh-oh.
Well, look, there's
There we
Julia.
go.
Speaking of that extra strength,
Yeah.
McKenna got just enough of a control on that. Quinn wasn't able to just snag it out of the air like she's been doing. And now Julia right out in front.
Oh,
And
great save. by
that's
the goal.
Thielen with the save. Christian Brothers roaring their fans roaring their approval on that. As we approach the final minute of play here in the opening quarter of this critical league showdown, and it's close early on. The previous matchup, you mentioned that BV got out to a big lead, and then it was a surge by CB late that made it a little closer. This one's off to a very, very back and forth start. And right now, Thielen's just taking her time. No one's challenging her right now, so she's just kind of walking this out, using up all the time in the quarter. Christian Brothers would like to see if maybe they could get one more and tie this one up at the end of the quarter as they take their time. Right now, they can't really find an open player. You know she's looking for number 10. Still can't find anyone. Boy, she's... and now Thielen's going to attack. Now Thielen's closed off. Loose ball. BV comes up with that. You know, Thielen's got to have to retreat. And there is the end of the quarter. So they just couldn't make it happen. Maybe they took too long. I don't know. That's the end of the first quarter here. Bella Vista has the lead here 4-3 as we are done with one quarter. Welcome inside the booth. That's Aaron Thomas. I'm George Tharolson, and we're happy to have you along here today. And we kind of thought this one would be closer than the last matchup.
Well, you know, Christian Brothers, they came in prepared. We knew they were. I think that I have them winning 2 of the 8. Bella Vista only winning 2 of 8 draws. So the last 5 draws all went to Christian Brothers. So, you know, that's kind of where the game can be won and lost, is in that draw. You get the first shot, you have the best chance of winning, and that's kind of what they're doing. They're also playing great settled offense, moving the ball around. They're running their plays. They're clearing through, dodging down the alley. It's exactly what we've seen them do since the McLaughlin's been coaching here, and they're sticking to the formula and looking good.
And speaking of the McLaughlins and Quinn herself, we certainly know what she can do, but we also know what her plans are for next year.
Yeah, she's going to San Diego State. Actually, going to join Hayden Crowley Brunt, who was our all-league CVC.
Vista del Lago.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Vista del Lago. Hayden was actually the Rookie of the Month in the Club Lacrosse for San Diego
Wow.
State. So she's having a very successful year. And, Quinn's going to be joining her. So that's going to be a heck of a team.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it's got some good players on that team.
And that's the club team.
That's the club
Who knows?
team.
Maybe they wind up on the NCAA team before.
Yeah,
before
who
time is
knows?
done.
Yeah,
So,
who knows? I mean, they're very talented players, and I think it's looking good for San Diego State. I'll tell you that.
We certainly know what those two can do.
Yes, absolutely. They get goals, and they are hard workers. But, yeah, no, I love Quinn. I love the way she plays. She's such a confident player.
Yes,
Great
indeed.
with the stick, so smooth. Not a lot of wasted effort. She comes out, she makes her move, she dunks it if she needs to. She scores it however she needs to do it, and you can see she's having a field day at the draw. She's really hurting us here. So, yeah, I think we should throw a few change balls at them. We'll see.
All right, second quarter set to get underway here at Bella Vista. A one-goal game. And it looks like Julia may be stepping into the center circle here. So here are two of the best. Right here. Now they finally get the big arch that we're so used to seeing on the Bella Vista.
Oh, I think she kicked it out. I think that was a mistake, but
They give this one to.
I think she's the one that kicked it out. She didn't think she was getting it.
Well, they give it to Christian Brothers. So Julia was able to maybe use a little bit of experience there and figure out a way to get that ball high in the air. Bella Vista almost came up with it.
Yeah.
This is that's Dawson on the move there. And now she's going to take her shot. That one goes wide and it's going to go out of bounds. I think Bella Vista should get this. Yes.
Yep. You're right.
And that's Emma Rowan to bring it in, and she finds Story Wharton. Here's Janeway. Christian Brothers almost closed that gap, but Janeway was patient and waited for it, and now she's on the move. Janeway, I love watching her run. Right out in front. Here's a shot. There's a score.
McKenna Matson. Great play.
McKenna Matson. How about that? What a look from Audrey Janeway.
Beautiful. And that's our first transition goal. That's the first transition goal for either side. It's been a slow-paced game. Love to see those quick goals.
Broncos quickly on the board. 10:38 to go here in the second quarter. Back to the 2-goal lead. They are nearing the end of the first quarter at Christian Brothers. And as we see the seconds tick off, Bella Vista, the team in red in that game, has a 4-0 lead. So good for the Bronco boys. We're looking forward to seeing them. They need that win tonight, too. That will help. A win tonight over Christian Brothers will really set things up for their game on Wednesday night against St. Mary's. Broncos have a chance on this one. And now we've got this one will go to Bella Vista. Here's Janeway, Audrey. And Janeway, Danny. I'll be able to go back to just Janeway next year. Danny Janeway with the shot. That one's blocked.
Oh, nice.
Juan's going to try and chase this one down. She does.
Great rebound. Lauren.
Look at her weave her way through traffic.
The disappearing wand trick right there.
Yes.
Jeez.
Well, it's that magic wand,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Danny. And get the whistle.
All right.
Looks like a flag. So for the foul call, this is going to be an 8-meter shot from the right for Danny Janeway. Janeway with a shot. Oh, and a save by Thielen. Rolling to the outside, and a good pickup there by Christian Brothers. That's Brooklyn Turner. She's actually one of their top scorers, 17 goals on the year. First time to call her name tonight.
Oh, nice job, Lauren.
And the Broncos force the turnover.
Lauren with the trail check.
Here's Sadie Keogh
Nice, Keogh.
with the creamsicle shoes. I'm obligated to point that out. Aaron's home laughing right now. Matson just scored a goal a few moments ago. Here's Audrey Janeway. Kanaki. Matson once again. To the X, that's Juan. Good to see Kelly Olson back. She missed the game on her birthday. Olson with a shot. Loose ball.
Got her pinned in.
Broncos, they
Keep
do
her.
have her pinned in.
Oh, she got out. There goes Kelly. Oh, nice,
Loose
Kelly.
ball.
Get in there.
Loose ball.
Get in there, Lauren.
Chance to get that. And Lauren does.
Beautiful.
Ball deflected. Broncos come up with it.
Oh.
And there's Turner.
Oh, boy. Their goalie's
Thielen.
hurt.
Kanaki comes up with the loose ball, so Bella Vista keeps the possession. Audrey Janeway. Some younger players on the field right now for BV. Olson and Janeway and Juan are the elder statesmen, if you will, in this group, which is holding its own, by the way. Here is Audrey Janeway. A little too tall for Matson. Danny Janeway. It was deflected from behind, loose ball still. Gonna bounce up. And it's still loose on the ground. Who wants it? The answer is the Broncos. Danny Janeway.
Danny.
Janeway
Oh!
scores! Little sneaky shot there by Danny Janeway as she faked to her left and then kind of like a sidearm shot to the right that went just between Thielen and the goalpost.
Yeah, that's a pretty famous shot made famous by Charlotte North. It's a jump shot. She didn't actually jump, though, so I don't know if we can call it a jump shot, but it was the kind of the same move, the rocker step coming back around to the right hand and over the top, and she got it in there. Great play.
So it's a 6-3 lead for Bella Vista. Broncos would like to maybe get a few more of those and separate themselves a little bit more. And then they get the rest of the week off. Would imagine we'll see a lot of them out here on Wednesday night for the boys' senior night. Thomas picks up the loose ball. Broncos with another possession and another chance. Audrey Janeway. Now Lauren Juan is to the outside. Off a screen from Silvers. Juan is closed off and the ball comes loose. Broncos come up with it. Matson.
There we go.
Audrey Janeway. Kanaki's coming to the outside. Here's Juan.
There we go.
Regan Silvers! Oh, it's off the pipe! Loose ball. Broncos. Danny Janeway. What a move. Janeway right out in front. Dispossessed. Draws the 8-meter shot.
So I love what the Broncos are doing right now. You notice that both Julia and Regan are being face guarded, and what they're doing is they're setting screens for each other away from the ball, allowing the one to cut to the ball, and that's what's freeing them up.
Here's Janeway.
Oh, she
and
got
that
it in.
trickles in.
Got it in there. Good.
It looked like Thielen got a piece of that but couldn't control it, and it rolls across the line. Third goal of the night for Danny Janeway. And they're rowing their boat.
And you can see the Broncos are just winning the ground ball battle at this point.
Yes.
They are just faster to the ground balls. They're really coming out with a sense of purpose here, and it's great to see, and it's really helping us out.
Just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter over at Christian Brothers. It is now 6-0 Broncos in the boys' game.
All right. Go Broncos.
Julia now will take the draw. Gee, do you think they heard us talk about that?
You can see where everyone's shading because she tried to go up the middle. Good job.
Julia taps it right to herself on the move. Here's Thomas. Thomas is going to take a
There.
shot. She scores! Julia Thomas does it all.
It was the right play. She put the last couple draws way off to the left, and you could see both teams were really shading over to that side, and she was able to put the draw right down the middle, go get it, and go straight down the lane. Great play.
Second goal of the night for Julia. Career goal number 183 as we continue the watch.
You can see they're doing that again, so let's see if she can do it again. Just pop it over the top and go.
If Julia is able to average just over 5 goals per game these last 3 games, she can hit 200 this year. Julia, I think it's just slightly above 6 that she needs to.
So Christian Brothers broke the 3-in-a-row draw win streak that Bella Vista was on.
And don't expect Christian Brothers to go anywhere here. They're
No.
This is not over.
No.
Dawson,
And there they go.
part of the future. Look at her move.
Oh, boy.
On
beautiful
cue,
play.
Hope Dawson. She is a freshman. We'll be calling her by her first name by the time she's a senior.
Her parents are English, George. You talked to her?
Does she
Yep.
have the accent?
She has the accent.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's neat when you have people coming from, the other countries coming here, and
hopefully they know enough about us that they were able to tell their family back in England to watch. We've already got the Zia Martin's family watching in Toronto, so we are international.
absolutely.
And again, a special hello to Zia's family. Late again tonight, I am sure. And we get more of the Martin family next year. I will say that Scarlett, her younger sister, has her shoe game going as well. Those bright yellow shoes that we got to see it when we had the scrimmage a couple of weeks ago. So Christian Brothers in possession. This is Wigglesworth. And now here's Dawson once again. Turner. There's a Turner on both teams. Calderon. As they spin the rotation for a second rotation this time.
On ball
Koenig.
pick.
Koenig
There we go.
scored
Way
the
to
first
pick it
goal.
up, McKenna. Beautiful,
Whoa.
McKenna. Beautiful switch on that.
Closed her off. Bring it back out. Wigglesworth. Here's Turner,
There we go.
who also wears number 9, by the way. Here's a shot and a score
wow.
for Brooklyn Turner.
Brooklyn Turner. That was a fantastic fake. Froze the whole defense. Took a side step and put it in there. Another great settle.
Well, just like we said, Christian Brothers is inching their way closer. And that's with 3:24 to go here in the second quarter. This one close. The boys' game is not. It is now 7-0 Bella Vista over at Christian Brothers.
Uh-oh. Turner lost her goggles.
And the Falcons scoop this one up. That's McLaughlin. And they've got her double teamed. Audrey Janeway staying with her every step of the way. And that one may roll out. No, it doesn't. Morgan Corder with the defense right there. Audrey Janeway comes over to help out. And here is the mighty Quinn. Calderon. Christian Brothers very patient. They're only down 3, and we're in the first half. So there's a rotation. It looks like they'll look to. Now they're going to reverse course here and go back to you-know-who. Quinn.
Yeah, that slide's got to come faster, George. Slide's got to come faster. She is absolutely deadly from the X.
And that is the third goal of the game for Quinn McLaughlin. 203rd for her career.
She's too good for one player. Morgan's one of our best. She did the best she could, but we need to bring another player down. Absolutely.
Broncos right now, they've lost the last 2 draws. They need a win here. One goes high in the air. And the Broncos.
There we go.
Broncos up with a good start here. This is Ellis Turner. Right out in front, tried to get it to Juan. Couldn't control, loose ball. And now we've got a whistle, and it's going to go Christian Brothers' way. And you should pick it up and go. And that's what's happening here. That's Wigglesworth. Pick her up. And now here's Christian Brothers, and they can just do their thing until they find the opportunity. That's what has worked for them here fairly recently. They're just taking their time right now.
Slowing it down, getting into their settle. They're going to set up their play, and probably is going to include number 10 in that play. Oh, here's this one. Let's get through it, McKenna. Oh, geez. That's an illegal pick, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, this is going to go over to Bella Vista.
Yeah, that was an illegal pick.
Rifle on the loose ball. Here is Sadie Keogh.
Oh, go Sadie.
Keogh with the move. Keogh.
Good work, Sadie. Good hustle.
And we got the whistle. She's going to get the shot here.
Yep. Tough angle for a lefty. We'll see what she can do.
Sadie's got 1 goal this year. Keogh on the move. Thielen with the save. And Sadie's putting up the defense right there. Thielen retreats back. A whistle here.
I think she came.
It's going back over to Bella Vista.
Yeah, I think she popped out of the crease and popped back in, and she wasn't under pressure.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So So that goes back over to Bella Vista, and Keogh will restart. It's a great opportunity. There's a shot
beautiful.
and a score.
Beautiful.
That's Danny Janeway again.
Great pass by Sadie Keogh. That's an assist for Sadie for sure. And she had it around X and found the open player, and Danny's red hot right now. She's carrying us.
This is turning into a career night for Danny Janeway. Going to have to look up her numbers at some point to see what her single game total is. So 16 seconds to go. That is the 4th of the night for Danny Janeway.
Wow.
Let's give you an update on her. So she, completely oblivious to me, went past number 75. She's up to 77, which is good because that was my number when I played football in high school. But don't stop there, Danny. 33 on the season, which is a career high, a single season high for Danny Janeway. She had 23 last year. So 10 more goals already, and there's still 2 more games after this one for Bella Vista.
Beautiful.
Broncos needed that goal as well.
Absolutely, they did.
16 seconds to go.
Nice. Another draw.
And the Broncos are going to have an opportunity here at the end of the first half. Although time's running out, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I think the clock is going to expire here. There is the siren. We have come to the end of the first half here at Bella Vista High School. Very, very entertaining game for you tonight, and we kind of expected it to be. There is a connection between these two schools, and the connection includes somebody that has been in the game. We haven't called her name yet, but she has handled the ball a couple of times. That would be Elise Webster, who is a sophomore. Her dad, Dave, started the program here and then went on to coach over at Christian Brothers.
Absolutely. Dave is a great guy. He's the father of Fair Oaks Lacrosse, both at Fair Oaks Lacrosse, the youth program, and here at Bella Vista. He got it all going, and we're very thankful. Last year we were able to celebrate the 20 years that it's been since we've had a program here, the girls program. In fact, he started the boys program. It was a club program first, and then a couple of the girls came over and said, Dave, will you start one for us too? And he did. And actually the girls actually beat the boys to the CIF. They got everything done and made it into the CIF first. I think he was their first coach. And then he went back over to the boys when they found a coach. But yeah, he's just been a huge part of the programs here at Bella Vista, and just a great guy. I got a chance at Fair Oaks Lacrosse to coach against him with his younger daughter, and just always helped me out. Just a guy that wants to help and wants to see lacrosse grow. So absolutely love Dave.
He was a teacher here for many years too.
Oh man, yeah, he's a legendary English teacher here. He pretty much started here and finished here. So
yeah, even when he was coaching at Christian Brothers, he was teaching here.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I know. And he taught honors English, and yeah, he's just kind of a beloved guy around here, and everyone really we miss him. We wish he was still here teaching, but he's doing his thing. He tells me he's pretty happy. He's okay being retired, and he's okay hanging out and watching lacrosse. So
well, and he gets to watch his daughter play.
Yep.
And Elise has 5 goals on the season, and she's had a couple of touches tonight. She's number 13, and so we'll try to give her a get her name out there when she does touch the ball. But so your thoughts on the first half here?
Well,
because I mean, Christian Brothers scored first. Bella Vista built a bit of a lead, but just like the last game, Christian Brothers they just stick around, don't they?
They absolutely do. They slow the game way down. I think I've only got 2 transition goals, both of them by Bella Vista. Christian Brothers is not looking to run. They're looking to slow it down. They have a load from X coming. You've got Quinn. They know they can get it to her, and she's going to be able to find a good shot. So I understand why they do that. And, yeah, it just makes the game. It slows everything down. It's not what we're used to seeing when you're the Broncos. But, you got to adapt and overcome, and that's what Coach Mack likes to do. He likes to change things up and make you play outside your comfort zone.
But if that's their game, then Bella Vista on their opportunities, just keep getting the goals. Keep getting those goals. Build that lead up, and then that would force Christian Brothers to play a different game.
Yeah, we would love to see the game speed up. I think, we in the second half, we were even at the draws, which really helps. And those two transition goals that we got were straight off of the draw. So, we do want to see that. But if we don't have the fast break, we're equally as good at the settle offense. You can see Danny is she's carrying us on the settle offense, coming around crease, making some great moves in the middle, catching the ball in traffic. Her teammates are finding her. So we're okay with a slowdown game. I'd love to see it speed up, but we're gonna take what they give us.
Well, and as long as in the end for Bella Vista, that means more goals on the board.
Yeah.
Keep that undefeated streak alive. The connection between these two schools that's linked by the Webster family,
Yep.
I am sure, and of course this would be the case no matter who the undefeated team is, but you would love to come into their place and knock them off that pedestal and put an end to their undefeated season.
Oh, absolutely. I know the McLaughlins, and like we talked about, they're a lacrosse family. They spend their time thinking about this stuff. They know what they're doing out there. So there's going to be another wrinkle in the second half. I can guarantee it. Coach Mack, I'm sure he sees something that he likes, and he's going to try to exploit it. And it's going to be up to the Broncos to adjust again and see what they can do. So it's going to be a great second half. I really want to see Regan and Julia get more involved in the offense. It's tough when they're being face guarded. I like what they're doing when they're out there together, because then they can, they can run those off-ball picks for each other and pop into space. And when they're both in there, of course, the rest of them are playing 5-on-5, which is an advantage. So I think we have opportunities out there. I think we found something on the draw. I think Julia and Regan adding that little bit of strength on the draw, the big push draw that they both do, Regan and Julia do, I think that's going to help us. I think they are able to sort of push through that draw that Quinn has, and I think I don't want to see more of that. So.
All right, well, we're ready to get the second half underway, and while we await that and await the players coming back out onto the field, let's update you on our coverage plans here as the Bronco boys. First of all, it is halftime at Christian Brothers. The boys now lead 8-1. Christian Brothers has gotten a goal on the board. The boys will next be playing against St. Mary's, and that is a huge Capital Valley Conference A matchup for positioning. It's also senior night for Bella Vista, so all the seniors for the boys team will be recognized before the game. And we're going to start probably right around 6:30 because that's when they're going to start senior night. There is no JV game on Wednesday, so because St. Mary's does not have a JV team. So my guess is they're going to call up everybody like they have been the last few games, and everybody will be in uniform that is able to be in uniform for the boys on Wednesday night for senior night. The boys are then going to play Vista del Lago next Monday as well for their final home game of the year. And then a week from Wednesday, we have the girls' senior night and the final regular season game as the Wood Creek will be here to take on Bella Vista. Coverage right now is showing approximately 6:45. That's because there will be a JV game that night, and that's got to get done first. Then they got to get everything set up. And so it could be 6:45-ish or even a little bit later for that game on Wednesday the 20th. So that is our coverage plans. I'm sorry that I had the date wrong there. It's Wednesday the 22nd. Monday's the 20th. So we'll just remember that the next time that graphic comes up that I have the date wrong. So all right, time to begin the third quarter here. Broncos lead this one by 3. Danny Janeway has 4 goals tonight for the Broncos. And it looks like Ellis Turner is back in the circle there. gets the high shot there off the draw. And there's the Turner-Thomas connection. A little unconventional by what we're used to, but you know what? As long as it works, that's what Bella Vista needs. Julia dispossessed. She's going to try and scoop that one back up. Having a little trouble with it. Just wants to make sure it doesn't go out of bounds. Not contested right now. Here's Juan, one of the seniors that will be honored on senior night. Here's Juan. Juan looking to make the move. Now Audrey. Audrey! Save Thielen. Thielen's made some good saves tonight.
Yeah, she's having a great game. To figure her out.
Story Wharton's come up with a couple of big saves too.
Yeah, both goalies are here to play for sure.
So, again, just like we saw at the end of the first quarter, nobody's really contesting Thielen, and so she's just going to walk this one up. You can see the Bronco defense on the outside. They're kind of walking up with them. I don't think I've seen a team do this. And she will attack, as we saw before. Julia thought about coming to contest, which leaves a player open to the left. And now there's the shot, and now we get a whistle, but they'll stay with Christian Brothers. So they were trying to, I think Julia was trying to bait her into making the pass and then coming up with the interception.
Absolutely
loose. The Broncos need to try and chase this one down. It's still there. Now Christian Brothers. Corrigan has a chance at it, couldn't get it. So this is going to stay with Christian Brothers. This is Wigglesworth. And now we'll see that methodical setup once again for Christian Brothers, unless, of course, Quinn decides that she sees an opportunity.
Let's see.
This is Dawson.
Yep, called the sweep with hope, so let's see what this does.
Now back to Wigglesworth. Here's McLaughlin. Quinn looking to attack.
There we go. There's the double. There's the double team. Came early.
That's her off. She gets free. She's going to take the shot and score.
That's what we wanted to see. The double team come early. The slide came early. She still beat it, George. She's a good player.
That is the fourth tonight for Quinn McLaughlin. And that is with 8:56 to go here in the third quarter. Two-goal game. Turner's in the circle. She won the last one. They have Regan Silvers and Julia Thomas at the edges of the circle. And another draw win for Turner and a draw control for Julia. Or maybe I think it's the other way around. Janeway.
Oh, my gosh.
She gets number 5.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Have a game, Danny.
And Janeway says, Quinn's got 4. We can't have that.
Oh, boy.
I need to stay ahead of Quinn.
She's just taking her time on that.
Yes.
Back and forth. I want to say she I don't think the goalie saw it coming. I think she had her back to her. I think there was a player in the way, and she kind of rolled it in, and great deception goal right there.
Turner in the circle again. She's won the last two.
Yeah, she figured something out with Quinn here.
That one's high in the air again.
There we go.
And Julia gets it again. That is the quintessential Bella Vista draw right there.
Yeah.
Julia's looking to make something happen. Finds a cutting player. Lauren won! Lauren won with the goal, the assist from Julia Thomas.
Great.
And the Broncos now 2 straight goals.
Great cut by Lauren to be there. Julia was drawing a crowd, and that's exactly what you do. It's called a ponytail cut, George. You see their ponytails, you cut.
So Quinn McLaughlin scored the first goal of the third quarter at 8:56. We're now at 8:12, and Bella Vista has scored twice since. Broncos need to pour it on here. We get a whistle. We're going to do this again? Looks like we are.
Yeah, it's got to go above the shoulder. Judge that it didn't go that high.
That one does.
There we go.
And Ellis gets that one.
Nice self-draw. Oh, come on.
She had it for just a second. And that one is going to go out of bounds.
There we go. Good.
So she gets the control on that one.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's 4 straight for Ellis Turner.
Yeah, she nice self-draw. She hung her stick just a little bit, and, of course, Quinn, the veteran, took advantage of it, knocked it out, but then couldn't control it, and BV ball.
Keogh to bring it in. Oop. Broncos are there to chase this one down. Casey Mosier. Get away from that sideline. Wigglesworth with the defense. Wigglesworth on Dugan. Wigglesworth looking for her opportunity. Save, Story
great
Wharton.
Save, Story.
Broncos need to come up with this one. They do. And you know who was in the right place at the right time. Julia just has great awareness of where everybody is. She knew where to adjust as she was moving the ball downfield. Audrey saved Phelan.
Way to be there, Audrey. Got her own rebound.
Juan scored for the Broncos. The Broncos can take their time, although Danny Janeway's just had a career night. She's going to get an 8-meter shot here. Here's Janeway, shot.
Oh,
she scores again! Oh, mercy, Danny Janeway!
She's just placing the shot, George. Doesn't need to be any heat on it. You just got to put it in the right spot. You get it right around that goalie. She has the goalie figured out. Very, very good goalie, too. She's been making some great saves, but Danny's got her figured out.
All right, I have got to start looking some things up here. That is just an incredible game that Danny Janeway is having tonight.
Another nice.
Ellis took a shot there. That's 5 in a row.
That's 5 in a row for Turner. Turner down for what? Getting draws. Look at this.
Well, she's Definitely, although her numerical and name counterpart on Christian Brothers has a goal tonight, Ellis is having a terrific third quarter in the circle. And speaking of terrific games, look at Danny.
Danny. Oh.
Juan.
Oh,
And she scores
my
again!
gosh.
My goodness!
What a connection
She
between those two.
barely even had an angle there.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So what happens when you shut down and you face guard Julia Thomas and Regan Silvers? Lauren Wan and Danny Janeway and company step up.
Making them pay. Absolutely making them pay. And they are going to talk about it. Opened up a nice lead here.
Timeout is going to be called. Let's check in on the boys as they're underway in the third quarter. Christian Brothers has scored again. It is 8-2 Bella Vista on the boys' game. We have we're able to watch the video on NFHS, and then also Brandon Simpson is texting us updates as well.
Oh, very good.
So thank you to Brandon for helping us out tonight as well. Let's see. I am looking at. So sorry, I'm in the process of looking up some information because we need to see what's. We need to take a look at Danny Janeway's success over the.
Yeah, this is a definite career game for Danny. She's scoring in every which way that needs to be done. She's dodging, she's re-dodging, she's going underhand, she's going overhand, she's going sidearm. Fantastic play by Danny. And then, of course, Turner with 5 straight draw wins to open up quarter 3. And that's your difference right there.
So Janeway had 4 goals in a game against Oakmont last year. Let's take a look back to her sophomore year. She had 4 goals in a game against West Park as a sophomore. And then she had 2 goals in a game against Roseville as a freshman. So this is more goals tonight than she had in any games last year or before. Next up is to look at this year's numbers. And so that's the next thing. I have to go to a different source for that, but I have that information. And so we're going to see if this is a career high for Danny Janeway in just a second as the game continues on here. And looks like Julia's taking the draw here, which is give Turner a break. She's done such a great job with it. And the Broncos win another one. So that's the Thomas Silvers connection. And here comes Regan. Matson's got a goal tonight.
Oh, nice look.
Right into Juan again. Juan reverses her field. And the Broncos can take their time here. Now with the 6-goal lead. Silvers draws the foul outside the 12-meter line. So she's going to get an opportunity from the 12-meter line. Oh, and there's Zia Martin.
Yay.
And Zia scores!
Beautiful look by Regan. Beautiful look.
For Zia, career goal number 27, and that's number 21 on the season.
I don't think you're going to find many years that Bella Vista's had more players getting over 20. Pretty amazing year.
That is cool.
Yeah, pretty amazing year for the Broncos.
Can Regan chase this one down for another? What is that now? 6, 7 in a row on the draws for Bella Vista.
7 in a row, yep.
Here's Regan. Oh. Regan gets through the double team. Dispossessed, draws the 8-meter shot. Regan with the attack. Here's the shot.
There
she scores! And for Regan, that is her second tonight.
We're going to miss that move when Regan graduates. It's an amazing move. She's it's a move I think she picked up from the coach at Rio. It's called Going Canadian. She tucks that ball in. She keeps it in her right hand, goes over the top with the dunk. It's a fantastic move. She uses it on the draw. She uses it from up top, and I just want her to teach someone else that move. George, we're going to miss it.
Go. Well, sure enough, let me make sure I'm reading this right. Okay, no, I wasn't. I was reading it wrong. So I'm looking up Danny Janeway's numbers, and we'll get back to that in a second because the Broncos have now won their 8th draw in a row. Here's Kanaki. And there's the star of the night. Loose ball. Broncos pick it back up.
Oh, boy, that almost popped in there.
And the Broncos picked that one up.
Sarah.
Is that Sarah DeMuccia with a different number?
Isn't that Sarah?
25?
I think that's Sarah.
I'm used to her being 16. They don't have a 25 on the roster, so it looks like Sarah's got a different number tonight. Christian Brothers comes up with the turnover there, and this is Brooklyn Turner. Regan Silvers is there. Zia Martin was trying to chase her down. Ball cannot find the intended receiver. It looks like CB has still come up with it. Sarah Schmidt, number 8, with the black shoes. There's Wigglesworth. First possession in a while for Christian Brothers. Here's Quinn.
There it is.
Quinn's looking to curl. Regan's on her. Or check that. That's Quarter that's on her.
Quarter, but
and
Regan
Regan's
picked it
right
up.
there
Oh,
too.
boy.
And McLaughlin gets free, and McLaughlin finds the back of the net.
Yep. Once again, they sent the slide, but she beat it. She beat it with that drop set, that spin move.
We've had a lot of goals in this quarter. So for Quinn, that's her 5th goal tonight. So she's at 205 on her career. And yes, I was selfishly hoping that she would wait until tonight to score number 200. But it was good that she did it at home.
Yeah.
So by the way, Janeway in the season opener had 4 goals against Davis, which at the time tied a career high. So I'm going to scroll through the numbers to determine if she's done more than that as we go along here. Broncos get this one. That's number 9. Regan, now here's Kanaki. Regan double team. Now she knows to get out of there.
Yep.
Here's Janeway. Find the hot hand. Here's a pass into a cutting Martin. And Christian Brothers controls it again. Janeway had 4 in the previous matchup against Christian Brothers as well, so she likes scoring against this team. Or check that, she had 3.
Now they're hustling it up the field. The goalie.
And here's Quinn. This is right where Bella Vista wants Quinn McLaughlin.
Yeah. We don't need her at
Double
X.
team. They're forcing her back. But McLaughlin always finds a way. She is just really talented. Brooklyn Turner. Now McLaughlin behind the net from the X. This is her opportunity, too. She likes to curl. Gets by quarter. She's out in front. And a little enforcement there from Sadie Keogh.
I think we're going to get. Oh, no.
So Quinn from the angle to the left. Story saved her once. McLaughlin,
Wow,
and she
nice.
scores again.
Nice.
Couple of quick ones back for Christian Brothers. The final score of the last time these two teams played was 15-10. It is 15-9 with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. I don't think the Broncos will feel comfortable tonight unless they score 20. By the way, 9-2 in favor of the boys with about 4.5 to go in the third quarter over at Christian Brothers. And Matson's going to take this draw. Will I continue to go through the numbers here with Danny Janeway? Had 4 goals against Wood Creek. So we await the draw. Tonight is a career high for Danny Janeway. Prior to tonight, she has not scored more than 4 goals in any one game. Here's Hope Dawson. And right to Story Wharton as the quarter will come to an end. So Hope Dawson had a look at the very end. Wharton was able to at least deflect it away, and then there really wasn't any time. Plus, the Broncos were the team in best position to get the ball as the siren sounded, bringing us to an end to the third quarter. And this has been a very entertaining game. 15-9 is the score. And the final one they played before was 15-10.
Yeah, no, it's been a great game so far. Bella Vista dominating the draw in that quarter, 9 out of 10. Just that last one that they didn't get, and they made it count. They were able to score. Of course, Danny was just unbelievable. Regan got a goal. It was just a fantastic quarter. They opened up. What'd they do? They added. Were they up by 3 at half? Is that what they were?
Score at the break, yeah, it was 9-6 at halftime.
Yeah. So.
And so they got it all the way up to 15-7.
Yeah.
And now it's 15-9, so it's a 6-goal game.
Yeah.
And really the reason why the Broncos are winning this game, at least one of the big reasons, is the work in the draw circle.
Work in the draw circle, yeah, absolutely. First quarter, they only won 2 of 8. And they fixed it. They adjusted. They got better, George, as it went on. So that's huge. We're also winning ground balls, very aggressive on the ground balls. I think that's a big part of what they're doing. And of course, you Christian Brothers, they're going to slow it up. They're going to work it around. They've got Quinn coming from X. She's beating our double team. She's beating our slide. But I think we're going to adjust. We're going to figure that out. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing that we're really, really missing right now is trying to figure out Quinn and that roll dodge, but she's tough to beat, George.
You wonder, with just 1 quarter left, does Bella Vista maybe look to slow things down a little bit on offense?
That's we could do that. I think the sting of last game when we tried to do that, and the Christian Brothers was actually a man down, and they put 5 goals on us. I bet you we'll stick with the. I think we'll stick with the pressure for a
Understood.
bit. We'll stick with the pressure for a bit, and then see what, and then see what comes, because I don't know, that it's tough. This is such a game of momentum, and Quinn's already feeling that back of the net right now, and we don't want to get her hot. So
Indeed.
we'll see what they do.
So Ellis Turner to take the draw here. And they're just having Quinn do everything for Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
One's high in the air. And the streak is over at 9. So here is an opportunity for Christian Brothers. Bella Vista's defense needs to come up big here. That's Elise Webster. Now Calderon. Elise Webster dares to wear number 13. On April 13th, no less. But she's been wearing it all year, not just tonight.
All right, so here we got.
This is Koenig. Koenig with a look, and she's going to draw the 8-meter shot. 10-3 Broncos in the boys' game over Christian Brothers. That is with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Koenig will take this one from the right. She scored the first goal of the game.
That's a tough angle. We'll see what she decides to do with it.
She draws in. Story Wharton with the save. That was big for Bella Vista.
Yeah.
And it looked like Koenig kind of stutter stepped, and that took a little added time and allowed Bella Vista to kind of close in.
Oh,
but
boy.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Quinn can go around that side of the goal, too, apparently. Apparently she's got a we can roll the crease
Looks
from
like
the left hand.
That might have been Elise Webster that got that.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, boy. Good.
So it is now 15-10. So Webster has scored in the stadium where her dad built 2 programs.
Absolutely.
So and yeah, that came off the draw win for Christian Brothers to start the quarter.
There we go. Nice.
Broncos
Turner.
get this one. Ellis Turner. As we keep it going on the whistle. Turner just being hounded.
Oh, boy. I think she got her head on that one, but
no call. Here's Danny. Nice cutting play inside to Lauren Wan. They'll bring it back out. Danny again. Danny with the move. Dispossessed. Can she get that one back? This is going to go Christian Brothers' way. That's Brooklyn Turner that is slow to get up, and we're going to get a little break here. Looks like she's all right. Coaches are on the field, so, I think that means she has to come out, but doesn't really.
Yeah. Good ground ball from her, for sure.
Under her own power here.
Yeah, she'll be back in.
So Christian Brothers to restart here. And they're allowing Turner to take her time to come off here. You don't want to do anything to kind of risk any kind of an injury here. And now we'll be able to restart.
Yep.
See what the Bronco defense can do here. Koenig. They're going to big collision there at.
I called the block. I thought she might have been there, but I think her feet were just moving.
So Koenig will restart. Calderon. And again, Christian Brothers, what do? They retreat to X.
Yep.
Wigglesworth. And you know who. Dawson. She's going to be fun to watch over the next few years. Look at her move. Dawson's out in front.
Whoa.
Story Wharton.
And they got a foul.
And an 8-meter shot coming up.
Yeah, she's got a great tuck move. You can see she's done that a couple of times where she's coming across. You think she's going to sweep, and she just tucks it in. And
And Story with the
takes it.
save.
Oh, beautiful Story. Oh, no.
Oh, and that's intercepted. Right out in front. Story with another save.
Oh, my gosh. She padding her stats right there, George.
Yeah, except the turnover isn't going to look good.
Who's counting that? Okay, look at this. Christian Brothers bringing the pressure. Oh, way to find her Story.
Well, and that's the veteran in Regan Silvers right there. She knew her goalie was in trouble, so she came back to help.
Right.
In a little trouble with that one. Tries to get it back. Still loose on the ground. And that's going to go out of bounds over to Bella Vista.
Oh, good.
So Regan, you know, when you can't get the control of it, you just keep messing around there and try and knock it off the other team and out of bounds. That gives you the restart. Here's Mosier. Now Danny. And Julia. Julia's out in front, and she's going to draw an 8-meter shot. Didn't miss my guess. We just saw Casey Mosier possess the ball there. She got her first career varsity goal in the game against Rio the other day. There's a shot and a score for Julia Thomas.
Needed that one. Very good. Yeah, I was teasing Casey before the game. She's played goalie. She's played defense. She's played attack this year. We need her on mid. She says, Coach, you're overestimating my speed. I go, no, I'm not, Casey. You can get out there on mid. Come on, Casey.
So we gotta run down the totals for Julia here, because every goal gets her closer to a huge mark. That is the third of the game for Julia, according to my numbers. And so that puts her at 184. So she can't score 15 goals on Monday. 14 will be fine. That is, provided she just gets one more tonight. We need to get her at 200 at home. Here's Thomas. Thomas. Getting some help now. This is Juan. Janeway. Julie is going to try and scoop that one up. It's still loose there. And Zia Martin.
Nice.
And she'll finally get that possession. We're less than 7 minutes to go. Olsen. Juan looking to curl. Juan closed off in a sharp angle shot. Thielen with the save. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the game.
Yep, we're going to have her move a little faster now.
Thielen's going to do her thing again.
Yep. Hear the coach, run.
And you know what? She's on her way here. Now she'll stop. Find Dawson, and she'll retreat. Dawson has some opening. Dawson right out in front. Gets by Silvers, and we draw the 8-meter shot.
Boy, she's fast.
That's almost like the fast break in basketball where you
Yeah.
commit the foul
Right.
before they get the opportunity to take the shot.
Yeah.
At least here you have, I mean, certainly odds are in favor of the shooter, but you have the opportunity as well to possibly save it. Here's the shot. Now she scores.
Very nice.
So Hope Dawson, that is her second of the game.
And that's you'd hear the coach calling the play for that. Had the goalie run all the way up and then play it back to her, and sort of get the defense to pinch. They played it back, and she just took off like a shot.
12th goal of the season for Hope Dawson, the freshman. Julia's in the circle here for Bella Vista. Looks like it's somebody different for Christian Brothers. Yeah, it was Koenig that was taking the draw that time. Kanaki comes up with it for the Broncos as we are approaching 5 minutes to go. 5-goal game. That was the difference the last time the teams played. Now here's Julia. Julia!
Oh,
That one comes off. Loose ball. Broncos trying to control. They do. Janeway. Career high in goals tonight for Danny Janeway. That shot goes wide. Broncos should keep the possession. That was Amari Kanaki that secured the possession
yeah.
for the Broncos. Here's Martin.
Oh,
Loose ball. Regan's got it. Regan with a shot. Regan with a score.
great hustle by Regan. Zia played it into a cutting Julia. Julia couldn't come up with the ball, but Regan was right there. She picked it up and finished. Great job.
4:27 to go. Broncos back up by 6. After 3 over at Christian Brothers, the Broncos have an 11-3 lead. So a good night for the boys. So far, so good for the girls here as we play out this last 4:25. Regan comes up with that. Regan on the move. We'll update her totals in a second. Here's Zia, save Phelan. Regan with the rebound. Still has it. Regan finds Janeway. That one deflects out. Crease violation.
Crease violation. Oh no, we got it back.
Goes to Bella Vista.
Maybe they stepped in.
Too many people out here. Chloe, see it. That's what. Chloe. Somebody's got to see the ball.
Broncos on the restart. This is Janeway. Janeway. Underhands to Juan. Juan looking for the hat trick. Phelan with another save. I think that was a crease violation.
Okay.
Approaching 3 minutes to go. You feel like it's just taking forever
It is.
for the clock to count down here.
There it is. Now she's going to play it
Phelan's
back.
way up there again. If she turns it over here, the Broncos are in some really good shape. We're going to get a timeout called
Yep.
by Christian Brothers. So we get a chance to reset a little bit, if you will. 2:56 to go in the fourth quarter. And I think this is the 2 games against Christian Brothers and the game over in the Bay Area earlier this year against Berkeley were really the big tests for Bella Vista so far on their way to this, what could be a 14-0 record if they're able to hold on here in the next 2:56. But they know it, and this is good for them to be battle tested and tested like this by Christian Brothers, because you know that when the playoffs roll around, the competition that you're going to be facing is going to be at another level.
Oh, absolutely. No, this is Christian Brothers always brings. They always bring it for us. As you can see, the coaching staff there, they love to do some different things. They make you think. They make you adjust. They make you do things a little bit differently. And we're figuring it out, and that's what you like to see. We won the last 4 draws, and after losing the first one, so we've got a huge draw advantage now after a tough first quarter, and then we're just out there, and they're just playing, and you can see that they're keeping up the pressure, and I'm just really impressed with what the Broncos are doing right now. I think it's a fantastic game for them.
So Christian Brothers has possession out of the timeout here with 2:56 to go. They need to score early and often to get this one back, and they've shown an ability to do that. I think one of the examples was the Broncos going up 15-7, and then it got to be 15-10. They were within 5.
Oh, nice
Loose
play
ball.
by Regan. What a play by Regan.
And on top of that, she gets the ground ball, too.
Yep.
Had those stats a little bit as well. And here's Danny. Danny wants to at least one up Quinn McLaughlin tonight. But there's Julia. Julia closed off. Julia spun around. Underhanded shot. That's a bit wide. Thielen comes up with that one.
And here we go. She's going to
Regan, by the way, is at 174 goals for her career after the 2 she has tonight, if I have that correct. Here's McLaughlin. Good defense. And a screen there for Thielen, who's out there.
Morgan's making it hard on her. Oh, my gosh, Morgan's
Look at
a
Morgan
pest.
Corder.
She is an absolute pest out there. Fantastic play.
And she had to just be frustrating McLaughlin there.
Absolutely.
Under 140 left. Here's Quinn. Quinn's going to look to do her thing. Fakes left, fakes right, spin move, double team.
That's
Broncos
the double team.
just harassing her all.
Oh, they called it. Okay.
They get the foul. Regan, by the way, has 3 goals tonight. I shortchanged her, so she is at 175 for her career. Here comes Quinn, step around.
Oh,
and
nice.
that deflects wide, goes out of bounds. They're going to say Christian Brothers.
Yep.
That was close. 1 minute to go, almost. We get a whistle here. Looks like an 8-meter shot coming up. Or do we have an equipment issue and a restart coming up?
Huh?
No, it is an 8-meter shot from the left side. Oh, and there's some good defense by Bella Vista, and Wharton comes up with it. May have been Turner that had that shot. 50 seconds to go. Broncos ahead by 6. Story Wharton. Again, she's going to need some help. She's got Martin open. And Corder comes up with it. Big ground ball for Morgan Corder. Moko on the run here.
Moko, come on, Moko. Let's go finish.
That would be something for her. Now to Zia. Zia finds Julia. Here's Thomas.
Oh, jeez.
A little too tall for Kelly Olson.
Oh, but
and Juan's going to chase
there.
that down.
Juan was there.
How about that? Here's Martin. And time expires.
What a game.
The Bella Vista Broncos come up with the victory tonight, 17-11. There was so much action going on there. We weren't looking at the clock, but we heard the siren go off, and the Broncos with the win. So that's a big one for BV.
Oh.
As the Broncos will come off. And we will be getting our post-game underway in a few moments, but what a night for Danny Janeway tonight.
Holy smokes, Danny was just unbelievable. She scored every which way there was to score.
Right.
She was amazing with the ball in her stick. She was shifty out there. She was dodging. She was re-dodging. She was flipping the ball. She was doing everything under a lot of pressure, and it was just a fantastic game for Danny, and I'm sure one that she'll remember because that was a big win for us.
And here is the familiar stick clanking. This is kind of an exclusive to girls lacrosse. The boys don't do that.
Yeah.
They just do the high fives, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Bella Vista improves to 14-0 on the year, 9-0 in the Capital Valley League. Christian Brothers, they're 7-5, 5-4 in the league, and their 6-game winning streak is snapped. Their only losses, at least since early March, have been to Bella Vista.
Yeah, no, and I didn't check. Have they played? They played Vista Del Lago early in the season, right?
I believe they would have at least played them once.
Yeah, they played them early in the season.
I do have their information set up here, so let me.
So it's going to be an interesting playoff picture coming up. What they did last year is they gave 4 automatic bids to the SFL, 2 automatic bids to the CVC, and then the remaining 2 were based on your strength of schedule or your rating on max preps. So the CVC ended up with 4 teams in the playoffs because Christian Brothers and Wood Creek had higher rankings than Folsom and Granite Bay. So I'm not really sure. I haven't had a chance to look at the rankings yet. It's still a little bit early, but I know Christian Brothers is going to be right there. Help their, if they can get past Vista Del Lago, it'll help their chances. But if they don't, they still have a chance.
Well, they did play Vista Del Lago on the 4th. That was their second game of the season. They lost that one 12-5. They will play Vista again on the 21st, which is the day after Bella Vista plays them.
Oh, boy.
So Bella Vista has them on Monday, the 20th, and then Christian Brothers is going to play them on the 21st. And I think that's their senior night, and they may have scheduled it so it doesn't conflict with a boys' game. I'm guessing maybe that might be why Vista's going with that back-to-back there. Again, for the Broncos, this is a big one, and now they get a bit of a break. They don't play again until, speaking of Vista, the Vista game next Monday at Vista. So and that's a huge one. If the Broncos win on Monday, a week from today, they win the league.
Absolutely. Yep.
They will win the league.
Hands down, they win the league. It's over. And, they have a good chance. But Vista Del Lago got us last year. Same scenario. Vista Del Lago is going to be ready to play. They have some fantastic players on their team. So it's going to be another tough game for our Broncos, but they're used to them by now.
Okay, so we're getting Coach York all teed up, and then a couple of players we're going to get to meet Morgan Corder tonight. But we'll do that in a second. Right now, let's check in with Carlin York. Well, first of all, congratulations on another win, 14-0.
Thank you so much. Very excited.
And, boy, this was a tough one tonight. Christian Brothers really brought it, and I think we expected that, didn't we?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
This was definitely one of the ones that, especially going into the end of the season, this was the one that we were very definitely preparing for sure.
And we will affectionately refer to her as either you-know-who or the Mighty Quinn. But you knew what to get with what you were expecting with the top player on Christian Brothers. Was there a specific plan for her? It looks like there was some double teaming going on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We kind of switched the plan up a little bit today and just decided to keep Morgan Quarter on her the entire time. We were initially just going to send a double team, but we wanted Morgan to stay on her the whole time just because she does like to do a fast break as well. So we just wanted to shut that down as fast as possible and then send the double when she was behind X at X. So she definitely loved that X position on the right side. So we just tried to take that away from her as much as possible. But
Well, let's talk about Morgan because you
Yeah.
have her right next to you. And she's one of the ones that we're going to get to talk to tonight. She played some amazing defense tonight.
always does. Truly.
But because of that, you put her on one of the best players that's played this game, at least in recent memory,
Yeah.
and she really did well.
Yeah, absolutely. When we have a situation that you have to like basically be locked in the entire game, I trust my whole defense, but Morgan is just somebody that is like incredibly consistent, and like I don't know how she avoids the call like every time, but she just plays such like smart and legal defense every time and is just so consistent. I don't have to worry about it, and I don't know how she plays the entire game like that, but it is truly like a game changer, and it is huge for our team. It's huge for our defense. It's just absolutely insane, and I'm so grateful for it.
And then the other young lady that you have next to you had a career night tonight.
Yeah.
A career high in goals for Danny Janeway, 6 goals tonight. Just an incredible look. You knew the Christian brothers because apparently in the last game they were really, really keying in on Regan and Julia.
Yeah.
And so you needed somebody else to step up, and tonight it was Danny.
Yeah, they face guarded Julia and Regan today. They were both really good at like making that off-ball movement, continuing to create space for the team. And Danny just created space for herself too. So when she would catch the ball, like they were quick to send the three men onto her. And it was just like an overcommit to one side. She took the other side. If they weren't overcommitting to one side, she would back it up and then go a different way. Like it's just when you have a player that sees the field in a way that Danny does, it's very different than most, and it creates just amazing opportunities because if she catches the ball in the 8, you have an opportunity to score every time, no matter what, because she just creates it for herself.
Let's go ahead and talk about the remaining 2 games. You got the rest of the week off,
Yeah.
And then a couple of big ones next week. Let's talk about the break in the schedule here. This is, I guess, this is like a bye in the scheduling, so you don't have another game this week.
Yeah.
Is that something that helps, or would you rather be back out on the field, keep the momentum going?
I think with how our team is feeling right now, not that everybody's hurt or anything, but I think sickness is just going around. I am very grateful for the opportunity to have us still practice, have us like get on the field and work as a team together. But it's really interesting because when we're having 3 games a week, you can't really hone into like what we need to work on as much because we are playing so much. So it's like those off days, you get to practice, yeah, but you're not really getting to like fully commit to practice because I don't want them to basically be playing a whole game in between their whole games,
right?
Because it's like they're tired, their bodies are tired, they need a recovery, and I want them to recover and not just be like dying, but it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy on your body. It's a lot to do, especially 3 games a week. Like they had a pretty intense schedule this year. So these last 2 weeks, I am very grateful actually for the time just to like hang out as a team, work together as a team, kind of hone in on like what we need to improve on and prepare in order for us to continue on and have a postseason, hopefully.
Well, you certainly got a test tonight from Christian Brothers.
Yeah,
You'll have
absolutely.
another one coming up on Monday. This is kind of the other one that's been circled on the calendar against Vista Del Lago because they're the ones that got the higher seed last year on the tiebreaker, even though you guys finished with the equal league records. This is for all the marbles. If you win this one on Monday, you get the league title. So obviously this is a big game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're just going to go into it the same way as we do all of the other ones. I am really, really happy with where we're at right now, and I just want to spend the rest of this week. We're working on some stuff for the seniors on Wednesday, and then the rest of the week I just want to make sure that we're getting as many touches on the ball as possible, continuing to improve our skills, continuing to improve our team chemistry, teamwork, all of that. But just continuing where we're at, and I just think we'll be successful if we keep playing the way that we're playing right now.
obviously the focus is on the next game, but you did mention it. A week from Wednesday, it is senior night, and so that's always a special time as we honor those that have that are not going to be suiting up for the Broncos again. And you mentioned there's some preparations that are underway for that.
Yeah, it's bittersweet for sure. It's so weird to look at 10 of our players and think that we aren't going to have them next year. I don't even want to think about it. But it is definitely something that I'm very excited to recognize them and to celebrate them, because our team would be very, very different without them here this year.
Well, speaking of recognizing, we got a couple of players that we want to recognize here, and the one immediate to your right is Morgan Corder. So
Yes.
let's go ahead and bring her in and get a chance to talk to her. Thank you, Carlin.
Thank you
Again,
so much.
congratulations
Thank you.
on the win. Okay. We'll go ahead and let them bang the microphone a little bit and get that all set up. This is they're all learning this. So when they get their television careers going, they'll know how to put the earpiece in, right? So, hi, Morgan.
It stopped making noise.
Oh, is it staticky?
No.
Maybe come a little closer here. I'm hoping you'll hear me. Oh, you know what? I wonder if maybe the battery died. Can you run down and let me? Yeah, I think the battery died.
No, I feel like I broke it.
No. I thought I had.
I don't
no.
know what to do.
I don't either.
Here, hang on. We'll get this. We'll get this figured out. Okay. So I think we have a battery issue, and so we're gonna go ahead. We'll stall it here for a little bit, and we'll get that earpiece figured out here, and maybe we can change the batteries.
Change the battery for the one
we've-
player who has a battery that just keeps going and going and going. Kind of ironic.
Yeah, I think that we've used that thing so much, and
Yeah.
that's totally on me. I didn't check it to see if the batteries were okay. So as they've come up a little closer, now we're just going to try and figure out how to open that up. And is it on? That's the question. You know what, Aaron? Can you go ahead and just kind of Phil?
Okay.
I'm going to go down there and
You're
do the
gonna do
interviews
that?
down there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we can just kind of talk about the game. I can still see some players out there. I see Regan over there with Coach Mack and Quinn and Tasha, her old coaches for about 3 or 4 years at Ryquin. Like I said, this is a game against rivals, but also very friendly rivals. I know my daughter Julia played with Ryquin, her very first club game in 2017. In fact, I looked at the picture today. She was very cute back then. She was, I guess, 9 years old. If you go on the Ryquin site and see that, and Coach Mack and Coach Tassa do a great job with their club program, and that's why their team is such quality. Like I mentioned, we're back. I don't need to fill anymore.
No, you can finish your thought though.
Well, okay, I'll just go ahead and finish up. I was going to kind of talking about Ryquin Lacrosse and how much I appreciate the fact that McLaughlins are out there and trying to build the community in lacrosse the way that they've had all these years. So.
All right. Well, let's try this again. Morgan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for putting up with the battery change there. But tell me about your assignment tonight and how much fun it was.
I was told to stay on number 10 the whole game, like no matter where she went on the field, and it was fun. I like following one person, and my team helped me out if she got past me. So.
And you knew who you were playing against, right?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, we're watching you. You're staying with her every step of the way. Your coach was talking about how she doesn't know how you don't get called for for things. So what's the trick, or maybe you don't want to tell us? I don't know.
I feel like just keeping your stick like close to your body and kind of pretending you don't even have a stick helps, because otherwise you shove and get a foul called. So yeah.
You know, a lot of times in a game like this where scoring goals is how you win games, in terms of that's what goes up on the scoreboard, obviously the games are won throughout, and defense is very important. You don't get the same glory that the goal scorers get. But tell me how cool it is playing defense and how cool it is to disrupt somebody else that's trying to score.
Yeah, it's really fun, and I do get praise from my team. Like, everyone's really encouraging, and the defense like works as a team, so it's not just like you don't get any praise for it.
Well, yeah, I know that those are things that coaches look for, and as we watch that and we see how well you play, we're pretty excited up here to watching it as well. Let's talk about the importance of the next couple of games now. Obviously, you want to close out the season. You want to get that league title. That undefeated season is on the mark as well. But getting as high a seed in the playoffs as possible is pretty big. It's got to be really exciting to see that opportunity is right there in front of you.
Yeah.
So what does it mean for you? As I mean, you saw what the team could do last year, and so what does it mean for you to be part of this now?
It's like a little bit of pressure, but everyone's really encouraging. Like, no one puts each other down, so it helps to be part of like a really inspiring team like this.
Well, cool. Well, Morgan, thank you so much for talking to us. Congratulations on a big game. Looking forward to seeing you for another couple of years as well here
Thank you.
At Bella Vista. And by the way, nice shoes.
Thanks.
I love the shoes. That's a big deal up here on the broadcast. So, if you could go ahead and pass this over to the scorer, the big time scorer, the leading scorer tonight, Danny Janeway. Of course, had a big game, and she's been such an important part of this program for her entire career. And well, hi, Danny. We've talked before.
Hello.
6 goals tonight. That's a career high. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Were you just feeling it tonight, or I mean, obviously you had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of what helped with some of our other players, Julia and Regan specifically, they were really being guarded hard by the Christian Brothers defense, and they worked so hard off ball and created opportunities for everyone.
And it's so important to have people like you when that happens, because if they're dedicating all their resources, so to speak, towards other people, then that automatically is going to open you up. And you came up big. You also had a really nice assist on a goal for Lauren. That was pretty cool. Tell me about that.
Yeah, me and Lauren we work a lot at practice from X together, and I love when those moments, they really work out, things like that. I feel like because we're close friends outside of lacrosse, and it's so easy to read each other on the field when we're trying to do plays like that.
That is awesome. That is awesome to hear. Tell me your thoughts as we head down the stretch. You got a taste of the playoffs last year, and I know you want a better taste this year.
Yeah.
So tell me your thoughts as you head down the stretch and try to get that highest possible playoff spot.
Yeah. I'm really excited for playoffs this year. I do hope we make it farther than last year, and I'm excited it gives us an opportunity for more games, because I really don't want the season to end. It feels so quick.
Yeah, it's rough being a senior, right? Once it's done, it's done. So you keep it going as long as possible.
Yep. Yeah.
And hopefully end up in the game. That would be really cool, wouldn't it?
That would be a lot of fun. I really hope our team can make it that far.
Well, and we're rooting for a home playoff game too. So so keep up the good work. This was awesome, Danny. Congratulations on the win, and hope to talk to you again. Hope you have another big game, and certainly best of luck to all of you guys next week on Monday against Vista, and then Wood Creek in the season finale. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so that's Coach York along with Danny Janeway and Moko joining us tonight for our post-game interviews, and just a little technical challenge.
Well, you moved pretty good down those stairs, George.
Yeah,
You looked like you wanted to be out there.
Well, I was going to at least go down there and do the interview if they couldn't figure the earpiece out.
Yeah,
so
no, you moved pretty quick up and down those stairs.
Well, and I didn't lose my breath coming back up. That was the important thing. All right, so I'll ask you what I asked them. Big game on Monday against Vista Del Lago.
Absolutely. Vista Del Lago is going to be ready to play. You know, you can see our team is getting better every week and every game, and but at the same time, so are they. And it's gonna be a tough game. You got Nasworth and Spoto and Azar, and then of course Abby Cunningham is a fantastic goalie.
Mm-hmm.
They have a great team, but our girls they're looking sharp. George, I think we're going to be ready for them. It's always tough to travel. The fun thing about Vista Del Lago is they got a big sound system. They have they have a person on the mic that likes to poke a little fun at the team, so it becomes a big event. So it's really fun for the girls, and I'm looking forward to that one for sure.
And that is going to be next Monday night. The girls will be playing Vista Del Lago. Well, the boys are here playing Vista Del Lago. And so we will have the boys' game, and we will be updating you on the girls' game as it goes through. But our next broadcast is going to be this Wednesday. It is for the boys. It is senior night for the boys as they will be taking on St. Mary's. That is on April 15th. St. Mary's will be here. That's a big game for the boys. The St. Mary's, they're the loss to St. Mary's is kind of the difference. It is the difference between second and third place right now.
Yeah. St. Mary's, it's funny. Last 2 years we've had the better of them, but my son was here, and of course Nick the Quick played. St. Mary's beat us every year. I think we got him the last game of the last year. They're a great program, and it's great to see that Bella Vista is at that level where they're competitive with St. Mary's, and hopefully we get them.
There have been some really, really, really tight games and intense games between those two schools.
Yeah.
And St. Mary's does not have a JV team this year, so it's just going to be varsity only. So what that means is we actually have a hard start time for the senior night activity, so that's going to be at 6:30. So we're probably going to start around 6:25 or so, right before senior night gets underway, and then we'll have a lot of time to fill after the senior night celebration is over before the game begins. It's scheduled for a 7:15 start. So if you want to hear myself and David Houseworth blather on for a little bit, tune in and enjoy it for this Wednesday. And then the boys will play Vista Del Lago, as we mentioned, on Monday. On the 20th, we'll have that one for you as well. And then a week from Wednesday, it's the girls. And no, it is Wednesday the 22nd. It will be Wednesday the 22nd when they play Wood Creek, the girls, on senior night. And we're going to start right after the JV game ends, kind of guesstimating about 6:45 or so. That's if the game ends on time. If it runs late, then we'll start later. But we will have the senior night festivities for both the boys and the girls on the next two Wednesdays. I guess that's the easiest way to say it.
Yeah.
So, so just follow us along on YouTube, and we'll have the links up and everything like that for you. You'll be able to find the link there. And, of course, you can also scan that QR code that's on your screen right there to find our Facebook page, and that will have all the information for you as well. Facebook.com/BV Live Sports if you want to type it in or scan the code there on your screen. So that is going to wrap it up for us. Again, it's a 17-11 Bella Vista win over Christian Brothers tonight. Broncos 14-0 on the season, 9-0 in league play, and will next play on Monday night at Vista Del Lago. Well, thank you, Aaron, for stepping in tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We wish Aaron Keogh the best, and hope to see him back on Wednesday the 22nd. And we want to thank our crew tonight. Marlo Mosher is our producer, Rita Thomas on the camera. And now for Aaron Thomas, I'm George Tharolson. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you later this week.